Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and we are back at the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4 for the finals of the 2024 Fall Plates. Congratulations to the Sebi Lion team with Sebastian Mendelbaum, Tomato Pierres, Leo Mendelbaum, and Dominic State. And a very tight game. They actually won our subsidiary final for the 2024 Fall Plates against Santa Rita with Rebecca Cohen, Johnny Castillo, Nick Rodan, and Juan Bellini. It was a tight game. Low scoring game, but very clean, open on field 3. And looks like we're getting our final players mounted up here. And this should be a very, very tight game from beginning to end. These teams match up very well. Grand champions are going to come in the light blue jerseys today. And Miles Rich will play the number 1. Playing the number 2 will be Grant Ganzi, a.k.a. Double G. And he's going to have Martin Jauregui behind him wearing the 3, and Pablo Dorignac wearing the number 4. They played very well on Friday, and they edged out Santa Rita 8-6. Newport, though, with the blue jerseys, and his Newport blue has been fantastic, and Gene Goldstein's been one of the reasons why, and Gene has been scoring goals, pulling the team as a number 1 should. And look at this, right out of the first bowl-in, Gene's going to get this ball moving forward. Now behind him, he has a strong 3 team group here that'll work well together. Santos Bollini, who was fantastic yesterday, he was the driving force with Sugar Erskine and Jason Crowder. Yesterday, Santos Bollini scored 3 goals. He scored 2 from the field, 1 from the penalty line, and one of them was a penalty for, but he just looked very comfortable. And Gene and Santos right here, Santos on the turn in the camo helmet, himself and Gene Goldstein, they played very well together at 1 and 2. Probably as good as we've seen a dynamic duo in the front of the game play this fall season. And they're going to need to do that all day today. On the move right now, picked up by Santos, backed up cleanly and with a lot of power, Pablo Dorignac, and that ball will land perfectly to the right of Grant Ganzi. Grant, he's going to drag it forward and then wait for his players to fall in behind, and they do perfectly, and that would be Jauregui. And now he's going to find Miles. Miles with his first opportunity going to goal. Rich gets the first 2 shots, overrides the third, turned around and controlled now by Crowder. Jason Crowder looking on the outside here, and he's going to find Sugar. And you'll see this. He's going to use Sugar on the angle passes, and he'll look for Gene or Santos on the long ball. Crowder, Jason, again, coming off a very, very strong summer season at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, AspenValleyPoloClub.com, and he was definitely on fire this summer, and he's carrying that right into the fall season. And right here, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, man. Jason Crowder with the master's shot. And, man, I almost talked him right into that, because that would have been a perfect segue to talking about how well he's playing. Man, right off the post, though. And don't worry, he'll get one. But the knock-in will come, and it'll be the first knock-in of the day for Grand Champions. And it's going to be Jauregui looking for Grant. Ganzi. Grant. Good pick up here. Now he's got to get the cut shot coming in from left to right. There's the drag. That ball will carry on its own. Perfectly placed, perfectly touched. Well done, Grant Ganzi. He'll pick up the first goal of the day here for the Grand Champions team. They're going to go ahead and use the courtesy change here, but this is a nice touch right here. I like how he went to the little half shot and just laid it up in there. Look at that. Just let it just trickle across. you know, as they say, the ball only needs to go. It's got to be all the way across the line, but you only need an inch to actually score. And you know, when you're going to hook a player, you only need to be, you know, a good 55 inches from that player. So this is a game of inches, a game of polo, and Grant Ganzi's showing you exactly how to play the chess game. And that's one thing that I had the opportunity to talk with Grant about. Besides fitness, which he's been very focused on himself, of course, his group, his main trainer, Roki, does a fabulous job taking care of the four-legged athletes, which is a big part. But himself, keeping that. And then about 3 years ago, Grant played with Juan Martin Nero in the World Polo League. And that year, Grant will tell you, was a year that kind of opened his eyes to another level when he was going from that working from that 2 to 5 goals. And Nero was such a big part of that. And, of course, Juanmar, we all know what a spectacular, special captain he is. And it has definitely transformed Grant into the player that he is today. And you can see all the possibilities of him going to higher levels. And that's where he is, on his way from 3 to 5. That's what he's working for. He's doing a great job. So that'll make it 1-0 here. We have our courtesy change. 2:25 on the clock. Outlet pass picked up here. Coming together. And I figured we would have some tight defense in this game. And not just that these two teams won and their position to be here, is that the players that are on both of these teams are all very strong defensive players. So they'll see if that defense wins championships. We'll see if that saying holds up today. On the move, it's going to be Miles. Nice pick up here. Bounce off Pony, backed up cleanly by Erskine. Outlet pass. He'll find Santos. Tato. Grant, good read. Gets back quickly. Opens it up. Stolen away by Erskine. Sugar will keep it out front. Miles pressing him here. Sugar's going to slow it down. Wait for Crowder to fall in behind. Now Sugar. Little different style. Sugar's usually on the run and gun, but he's going to slow it down here. Leave it for Jason. Good ball control. Now the rotation. 1, 2, 3. And look at this. Wow, Jauregui just stays composed and ends up winning that ball away from Erskine and Crowder. Well done, Martin. Now, Pablo will get in on the mix. Jason with the quick back shot. We click under a minute. Grant's going to open one up. Going to find Jauregui. Martin checking the shoulder here. Santos going to press him here, and he's going to go on his own here. I think he's got one more run on his pony. He's going to go ahead and use it with 33 seconds on the clock. Shot on goal, deep next shot. That ball's got eyes. And the high flag. Well done, Martin Jauregui. Perfect timing, and this is a pro play all day. You notice how Martini picked that ball up down on the defensive side of the field, but then he checked his shoulders, and he knew how much time he had on the clock, so he was planning on either shooting that ball through the goal or off the field to end the chucker. Great way to end the chucker. 2-0. We'll get them on some fresh ones. This should be a great final. We'll be back. 2024 Fall Plates.
Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Sweat, back at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, and it feels so good to be back at this beautiful club.
Every year that I get to come out here, it's another year that I'm very blessed and very grateful.
I mean, the polo here is fantastic. The people, the horses, the views, everything is beautiful here. But after that, there's so much to do.
probably the uniqueness of Aspen is how the Ganzis, especially obviously Mark and Melissa, try and make it entertaining for all different levels.
The energy in this place is full power. I mean, I always love the mountains, and playing polo, one of the best things to do with the mountains is an amazing thing.
It's different because we play arena polo, wheelie polo, all types of polo.
Our polos had a huge, big menu, and that's the way polo should be.
I think the club is a very balance of fun and competitive polo. I think it's great that we're able to play, some people play 3 times a week, some people play 4, some people play 5, and that's the beauty of it. It's whatever you want to make of it, and whatever you want to get out of playing, that's what you get here in Aspen.
Well, welcome back as we have all of our players ready to go. And we are in our second chukker here of the 2024 Fall Plates Final, Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4. And if you notice there, is we had our Aspen commercial, but if you notice there, the polo or wheelie polo, and so remember, keep your eyes out for our rules or regulations. Our book, regs book, will be available for everyone to read and get yourself ready to go. Just like this, as Jason Crowder is going to come out of the bowl-in. So this was perfect timing, too, because it was all grand champions here. If you just joined us, let's go through them real quick. Grand champions in the white and light blue, powder blue. You got Miles Rich, Grant Ganzi, Martina Jauregui, and Pablo Dorignac in the dark blue, or in the royal blue, actually. Newport with Gene Goldstein, Santos Bollini, Sugar Erskine, and Jason Crowder. 2 goals in the first chukker, one by Grant and Martine to make it 2-0. Right out of the first bowling of the second chukker, Crowder, and he's going to do it again, Jason. Nice hook by Pablo Dorignac. Dorignac just going to turn it upfield here and say he knows that he doesn't have anybody in front, so he's just going to go for it by himself, and Sugar will get back on the gray pony, and now Miles will fall into place. But I like the play by Pablo. As Pablo turned that ball, he knew that he had nobody in front, so he just had to rely on his own horsepower. And so instead of waiting, he said, well, let's just go for it early. And remember, we do have the courtesy change in place, so it's not a bad thought process to use maybe a little bit of that energy early, especially if you have open, as they say, clean sky or clean air in front. And he did. On the turn, it's going to be controlled by Jauregui. Drops it now for Pablo. No line back out. Pablo. Dorignac. Trying to get by 1, 2. Nice ride-off. Still keeping it going, though. Pablo working very hard there. Grant tries to fall in place. Now Erskine. Grant will rotate back. And we're getting a full 4-player rotation by both teams at the moment. Miles, he'll go at it. Opened up by Erskine. Stolen away by Pablo. Pablo changes the line there. Crowder gets a hook on him and does not want to give his mallet back. Whoa, well done. As Sugar's going to go in there, and I like the non-call here. That's clean, clean, clean. And here comes Gene, the goal-scoring machine. And he has been very strong running the goal. We can't talk enough about him. He was played so well last week and then carried it on into this week. Around the corner they go, and it's going to be Pablo, and he's going to try to get a run going here again. And look at Crowder going to the speed stick. Now Miles, he'll jump in there. He gets a piece of it. Jauregui's going to dive in, still has control. Now he slams on the brakes, and he's got Miles and Pablo in behind. and they get the high flag. So a lot of work going on there, but this is just rotation by the Grand Champions team. And as I said, it started out with Jauregui, and then went back to Pablo back to Miles back to Pablo, and then Martin jumps back in there. And that'll get us back to the center here. It'll stop the clock with 2:13 on the clock, and we'll use our courtesy change. And that's why we were talking about the courtesy change and how you can use that. You know, you can use in your game plan. And a good observation of that was that early play with Pablo Dorignac coming out and winning the play in the bowl-in. And it was early in the chukker. And knowing that he would have a courtesy change, he went ahead and just started to run right away. And if you notice, he actually did make another run on her right before the courtesy change. So he had enough horsepower for all of those plays, and those are by design. So good thinking there by Pablo, using his horsepower at the right times. And then, of course, he now had the ability to switch off of her and give her a break. If he wants to bring her back later, he can. And but these are just a few of the mentions of the courtesy change that players will put in their horses and when they play them, and of course all by design, and it strengthens their offense and defensive attack. All right, it's going to be now picked up by Dorignac. Dorignac going forward a little more than he did on Friday, so they're using Pablo a little bit more on the offensive side. On Friday, he was back a little bit more, and they were using Miles and Grant, but now you're getting more of a four-player rotation by the boys in the Grand Champions jerseys. We get a whistle on the play, stops the clock. Okay, so we have a injury timeout just to make sure Bollini, number 2's okay. He did get hit by the ball, and if you're new to the game, that ball is just a little bit bigger than baseball, and it is hard plastic. So if it does hit you, and as we always talk about it does usually travel between 60 and 120 miles an hour when hit well. Santos looks okay, so they'll go ahead and continue. We're going to have our first change of possession as that ball rolls out of bounds, so they'll bring it in. 5 yards, count to 8. Put that ball back in play. Jauregui. I thought he might go for the two-pointer there, as he has been hitting the ball very, very clean. He almost took too short of a turn there, but I thought maybe Martin might take a larger turn and then go ahead and drive one, because he has been powdering the polo ball. Now Crowder, and this is what Jason did all day on Friday. The one shot off the line knocking. It's worked well. Open back shot, it's going to be Grant Ganzi, and he'll find Jauregui. Martin back to the inside. Jason's got to give one play. Shot on goal. That ball's got eyes. And well done, Santos. I mean, he saved it. And did it go off the post and go out, or everybody kind of looking around down there? We'll figure it out, I guess. But it looked like Santos saved it, but that's going to end the chucker. We're going to go ahead and we'll get with our field side correspondent, figure out exactly what went on. Good shot of Pablo Dorignac right there. Stay with us. We'll be back for our third chucker play.
Prices for groceries, housing, insurance, off the rails. And Catherine Waldron is making it worse. More taxes, wasteful spending. Waldron opposed a bill to lower insurance rates. She even voted against a good idea, balanced budgets. Catherine Waldron, total train wreck. We need Ann Gerwig. Gerwig will put working families first, cut taxes, slash waste, take on big insurance, and make Florida more affordable. Ann Gerwig for Florida House.
Okay, back to the action. Here we go. Third chucker, and that was a goal. So nice attempt by the number 2 in the blue, Santos Bollini, trying to save that ball. But the ball did cross the line, and that's why it was a little tough there, as we had everyone was on the line. But great sportsmanship also by Mr. Bollini, saying the ball was across. So Dorignac will pick up that goal. And here we go. Looks like 4-1 with the grand champions starting out the way they want to, because Newport, remember, they were the high scorers. No, actually, Newport grand champions had 8 and they had 6. So very, very close. Greg Ganzi down the line. And looking for Miles. Miles over to the left now, coming from left to right. And they're going to go ahead and play the advantage here, which is going to work. Picked up Bal, backed out of there. It looked like Erskine was going forward. Miles is going to come in. Goes for the back shot and the turn. Crowder will turn it around, Jason. And he's got room to work on the far side, so Jason Jauregui will wait for him there as he works it over center field. Jason comes in and gets pushed wide there. Looked like Martin was established. Grant's going to go ahead and try to control Jason. That's going to give Martin room, and this ball's would be worth 2 if it goes on its own, because then it was 10-yard behind center. Now Dorignac, and that ball will go just wide to the side. So again, sending Dorignac forward. And it seems to be working very well here in the first half for GCPC. Crowder, one tap this time, and then he decides to go across the goal mouth with it. So dangerous play, but it looks like Sugar has a lot of room to work, so creating space for the Newport team. Santos. Stolen away and controlled down by Sugar Erskine. Erskine back to the inside, looking for Gene. And this is what I like to see. They have not had Gene really in the game that much. He had one run early, but otherwise, and he's one big part of the game you want to keep going. He had 1 goal in the first on Friday and then 2 in the fourth. So here we are in the third, so we'll see if they get those engines revved up a little bit. But when he's pulling the team, like I said, he adds so much to the game. But at the moment, kind of looks like Grand Champions has Newport playing their game a bit more. See if the Newport team can get back to their their offensive strength. And that's what they've been living and dying for. Here we go. Pablo on the knock in, and they are sending the number 4 forward as he's looking for Grant Ganzi, but it will be Dorignac. Deep neck shot. Pablo doesn't get the shot he was looking for. Turned around nicely by Erskine. Sugar again gets around so quickly that nobody is there. Now is going to be Gene, and it will be his first run of the day. Coming in from left to right. Jauregui gets underneath it a little bit, but first run, and we talk about that a lot. You haven't seen the ball for a couple chuckers. Can look like the size of a ping pong ball or a golf ball. Once he gets his gets in a flow, that's when you're gonna have to watch out. Good play here now as Dorignac should have pulled out of that play as Ganzi was busy with Crowder. Gene gets a piece of it. That's all he needed because Santos Bollini will get the shot on goal, and that will work. So here you go, the 1-2-3 combination. But more importantly, getting Santos and Gene in the middle of it, because here's Crowder. Gene's going to just come along and just move it a little bit. That's all he needed to do. And Santos finishes on the near side. So well done. That's a Newport offensive attack that they're used to having. So that'll give them put them within 2 as we clicked out about a minute here left in the first half. Sugar. And once again, yeah, this is what they're doing. So now, look, giving a little time and allowing Santos and Gene. Ooh, Santos, well done. But look at this. It's going to be Jason. Ooh, deep neck shot by Crowder. But he's got the Grand Champions team talking to each other a little bit now. Now this offensive attack by Newport, and this is a good way to go into the tent at halftime because the Grand Champions team looked very, very comfortable in those first 2 chuckers, and now they're having to change up their game plan a little bit. Outlet pass. Jason's gonna go out of bounds, and well, this isn't a bad play here because they're going to go ahead and they will end the chucker. Yeah, so this is going to be smart play here by Jason because now when they return for the second half, Newport will have possession on their offensive side. So this is a great way to go off the field, down by 2, meet in your tent, set up a design, set play, see if they can get a positive possession, and we'll get them all lined out, and we'll be back for our second half of the 2024 Fall Plates Final. Have an opportunity. Santos Bollini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
And as the sun sets over beautiful Aspen, Colorado, it was a phenomenal year. This is what it's all about, and this I always cry at the end. My name's Dale Schwetz, and I speak for CTV Sports, for everybody at CTV Sports, when I say thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember at CTV Sports, we love snow polo.
Okay, as they warm up, and as we said, we know we'll be starting with a possession play. Welcome, everybody. If you're just joining us, this is the 2024 Fall Plates Final, live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4. Newport in the royal blue, Gene Goldstein, Santos Bollini, Sugar, Erskine, Jason Crowder. Grand Champions in the light jerseys, light blue, white. Miles Rich, Grant Ganzi, Martin Jauregui, Pablo Dorignac. And 4-2 at the moment. 2 goals, one by Grant in the first, and Martin. And there were 2 unanswered goals. And then second chucker, one by Martin, one by Pablo, making it 4-1 by Jason. And then 1 unanswered goal by Santos to make it 4-2. And here we go. Crowder from the change of possession. Cop on the pitch, as we say. And a little bit short and stolen here and controlled by Grand Champions. A little bit of a joust there between Ganzi and Crowder. Comes a neutral play, actually. Stuck right there in the center. And the Newport team trying to keep it moving here, but now stuck in the middle of the field. Ganzi and Crowder kind of battling it out here. Grant goes for the steal on Jason. Jason gets the release. That ball looks like it's going to go off the field, though, on the far side. So we'll get another change of possession. One more cop on the pitch on the far side. Now this one will be in favor, though, of Grand Champions. And this is going to be their first change of possession, so we'll see if they... it looks like that ball actually went off the end of the field. So it's not as off the side. So we'll go with the knock-in, and it'll be Dorignac to Martin. Martin has to slow it down a little bit here just to regroup. Now trying to get by Crowder, Jason. Ooh, he gets by him here. Now keeps it moving over center. That ball's perfectly placed for Grant Ganzi, double G, and no problem. And I think this might look a little bit familiar as in the first chucker. I think you remember this shot to the left side. Grant Ganzi gets out in front, and easy goal for Grant. And he'll get his second of the day, but a very similar play. And again, those plays are all on design, on the roll, not dead ball plays, not set plays, but plays that are happening on the fly, as we say. Martin using the open space to give Grant the ability to use his horsepower to run onto, and then that's an easy finish on the offside kind of pop shot, little putter shot. Grant now. Looks like he goes for the steal here, and we get a whistle on the play. That'll leave 3:25 on here. Let's take a look at it. Ball's going straight forward. Yeah, and just got a little bit on the reach there. Got to get out in front of it a little bit more, or go on the ride off and go near side. Either or. Jason with the lesser angle. Penalty 5A. Nice play here by Grant Ganzi to steal this ball. Bounces off a pony. I like the thought process, though. He did have Martin going forward and on the hit and run, which will come into play and be very helpful as this game continues in the latter chucker, because Martin was already moving there before Grant went to hit that ball. Now they're going to go ahead and use similar play that Grant and Martin had. Now Sugar to Santos. Here's Sugar. Across the field. Santos runs onto it. And a little finish. Good passing. Passing by both teams. That'll make it 5-3 to come back to center. And that'll stop the clock just for a moment here. We have a Little timeout for one of our players. There we go. There's Jason. And it'll be Sugar. Erskine. Couldn't hit the big ball there without getting hooked by Dorignac. But look at this. Sugar, he's going to keep it moving. Push Dorignac wide. Now they come together, and it'll be Grant to turn the corner. Not rushing at all. Doesn't need to. He's got Martine. Oh, nice steal, though, by Crowder. Jason. Ooh, a little trouble right at the end there. Sugar gets a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. But interesting series of plays down in the west goal mouth. Ends up being hit out of bounds and set up here for, wow, look at this, for the knock-in. And Grant Ganzi is going to get a hold of this ball. Oh, Miles, he was there in a good spot, just off of center, too. So well hit there by Grant, a good 120. As remember that line, the center line is center 150. Miles came from the center, and this ball gets hit off the field. So Grand Champions using the big hit, using the power shots, keep the ball moving down the field, a little bit off to the side. But using the length of the field, and look at this. Crowder's going to go the other way with it. He's going to use, now does that ball stay on the field? Oh, bad luck. As they had Gene ready to go. But that ball will go out of bounds, and we'll get another change of possession. It'll be Jauregui. Sugar. Oh, wow, he gets by 1, 2. Ooh, if they can get there, Gene's going to come in play. That's right, gets the first one, Pablo. Stolen away now by Crowder. And then if I get a whistle on the play, and again, another interesting series of plays there, because Martine had beat 2 players here. Gene drags it forward. Now he goes for the tail. Then they come together right here. And I don't know if Pablo got hit. Okay, we're going to take a look at this one, and let's keep an eye on the number 4s, the 2 number 4s here behind Goldstein. Going to see if we see something here. We got one play. That play comes from behind. Gene goes on behind here. And they come together one more time. I don't know if he could play that back one more time. Maybe slow it down a little bit there when they came together. We take a look at these 2 guys. As they came together, and did they make contact? And yeah, so they're going to be riding in from behind will be the foul there. And so yeah, foul on the play, riding in from behind against the Newport team. And it looked like the Grand Champion team's going short, so penalty 2 will be the play. Open goal for Grand Champions. On the riding in from behind, and he also makes contact on him riding in from behind. So he can go with the 1 here, or either or. Okay, so you go with the 1, no problem. Either or. And so there you go. So we're going to have a 1 on the play. So you have a player going to goal, another player coming around. Foul within the vicinity of the goal. So like the judgment, this is a good judgment call here by the Mount official. We had an opportunity to look at it here in the studio based on the contact coming in from behind. Remember, you are allowed to come from the side and make a play. You cannot ride in from behind. That's why it's a little dangerous when you have a player in front. Sometimes the horses' heads will get crossed over there too. Also, does the player have possession and an opportunity to score? Yes, he did. So penalty 1 in favor of Grand Champions, and then to get possession in the center. So good series of plays. Well done to the crew right here to be able to look at that, slow it down, kind of take a look at all the different methods that we use here with the video and being able to use the technology to break plays down, make them easier to understand for you and the players. Here we go, back to the action, 6-3, and I think it's going to run us out of time here. Yeah, it's going to run us out of time, so nice, that should end the chucker, I believe. We'll see if yeah, that is going to end the chucker. So a little bit of a jump there with the Grand Champions team catching that 3-goal lead. So let's see if they can hold on. 2 chuckers left. And this is, remember, both of these teams are very strong in the 5th and 6th. Stay with us. We'll be back.
I'm Gonzalo Pires.
Alejandro Poma.
I'm Paul Foster.
Michael Payne.
My name is Grant Ganzi.
I am Sugar Erskine.
I'm Alejandro Novillo Estrada.
My name is Santos Bollini.
I'm Jason Crowder, and watching CTV Sports.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chuckles and Cocktail, because this is a fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxing, chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day. Okay, welcome back, everybody, as we prepare for the 5th chucker. There a lot of action at the end of the 4th chucker, and we had the opportunity to break that down for you, and also opportunity to get to use the cameras on a review play there, help our mounted official decide on a contact play that came together, and remember, a lot of times when the plays in when we use the review during the World Pole League, and remember, we do everything from 6 to 26 goals during the winter season here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, but the ability to be able to slow it down, and we can go to slow-mo, but also remember, you can go by frame also. There's just so much you could do that makes it so much easier and beneficial to all of the players and, as I say, and the fans to be able to read those plays, and keeps it safer, and also keeps both teams very even, and the players have embraced that to a high level. On the starting the 5th chucker here, we have the 6-3, and they're going to come out here very quickly here, Grand Champions. And as you say, keep the energy flowing. This is just a great layup play. That was actually a pass for Miles from Martine. And I say it all the time, the best goals are those layup passes. You can almost see Martine was actually taking a little bit off of that. He had Dorignac going forward too, and that has been a huge part of their game today. Dorignac wearing the 4, but playing that offensive attack. Now Sugar. That's what you needed to answer. They get the bowl in, get the offensive attack. Erskine already in front. And look how he's in front here. See, he's in front of Pablo. Now watch. Now he can take the mallet away from Pablo when Pablo goes to hook him, and then the ball runs by, and then Sugar has the ability now to go back to the ball because he has the lead. Pro play there by Erskine. And again, not easy against a very strong defender of such as Pablo. Making it 7-4 now, keeping it within 3 goals. Jauregui looking for Ganzi or Miles. Grant will leave it. Well done. Miles falls into place there, but that's all he needed to do. He did not need to bring the ball with him. He just needs to be in that position. And look at that. That's just good polo team right there. And if you watch this play, keep an eye on watch how Grant keeps moving here. That gives Miles time to fall in place, and that gives Jauregui time to fall in place. So everyone just lining out nicely. Sometimes you don't need to make a play on the ball to make a good polo play. Sometimes you just need to be in the right position to allow your team the opportunity to win the next play or have possession. I think we talked a lot about Bollini earlier today. Bollini Sr. with Nick Rodan, he makes a number of plays with Nick where he establishes himself on the right of way, and that gives Nick time to get back in line or to establish himself. So you don't have to necessarily hit the ball. And you learn a lot of that at the polo school. If you want to learn how to play polo, of course, polo school is in session. Also with these, we have a jersey change going on here. We were talking about snow polo. Remember, in December, you can go to snowpolo.net, and that'll be the Snow Polo World Championship. But let's go with first things first, and that's November. And, of course, MiamiPoloCup.com. I'm going to say it twice, MiamiPoloCup.com, where you can, you're going to have the opportunity to join the World Polo League, WPL Pride Polo, and that's when we come in Miami, and in the 15th, it's on the 14th and 15th, 16th, and 17th, the Beach Polo World Cup of Miami. We're going to join all that together down in beautiful Miami Beach, and so make sure you, because that's going to start, we're only, 10 days, about 10 days away, so you want to get on that. Make sure you check it if you haven't already. MiamiPoloCup.com. Here we go. We got everybody back on some fresh ponies. 3 minutes left here. And this is when the Newport team would like to make a move here. Grand champions. Jauregui, Martin. They'll give it go. Look for Miles. Dorignac. And now, once again, Miles is in place, the number 1. And Dorignac sneaks in there. Watch. Miles White right there. He established himself, then he gets out of the way. And now he falls back in behind. Well done. Miles was our most improved player last week, and you can understand why. Those little techniques that he's learning, getting better and better every day. Good to see that. And he's making some very positive plays. Now, picked up here, and it looks like just been all grand champions here lately. Winning bowl-ins, scoring goals. Grant Ganzi with the near side neck shot. Miles will fall into place. They leave it for Pablo. Stolen away by Crowder. Taken out and controlled now again by Crowder. Sorry, actually, it was picked up by Santos before that. I apologize. Now, this ball might carry. And it does. So keeping it going. I believe double G. And, yeah, that's just another great goal. And look at who's standing right there, ready to go. Actually, you got maybe a little bit too close to that one, Miles. But, again, Grant from a standstill with the layup. And a nice layup. And that layup turns into a goal. So, on the bowling, out the back door, picked up here and taken forward by Crowder. Santos, can he save it? Ooh, it might have been off the field here. Yeah, they might get one more knock in here. Now, I wonder if they take this knock in, or they might go for a big turn. We'll see what they decide to do here. I guess they got to go for it. You can only wait so long. before you get the delay a game. So well done, Pablo. At least they're gain a few yards here. Picked up here by Gene. Oh, what a steal. Wow, because that would have been Santos Bollini on the move if Pablo does not reach out and grab that ball. Now they'll turn it around. Crowder, if he can gather a few more yards as the clock ticks down here, 10-4. And here we go. Okay, so 6-goal difference, and you know how it is. So a goal a minute. This game is not over yet. Let's see if Newport can come out and have one of those stellar chuckers what they've had in the past. We'll see if they can do it. Stay with us. We'll be back for our 6th and final chucker, 2024 Fall Plates Final.
Prices for groceries, housing, insurance, off the rails. And Catherine Waldron is making it worse. More taxes, wasteful spending. Waldron opposed a bill to lower insurance rates. She even voted against a good idea, balanced budgets. Catherine Waldron, total train wreck. We need Ann Gerwig. Gerwig will put working families first, cut taxes, slash waste, take on big insurance, and make Florida more affordable. Ann Gerwig for Florida House.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bollini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post. Our final chucker, and well, 6-goal difference, so 10-4, and I said a goal a minute, and this team has the ability to do that. They mixed it up well. Jason has 1, Sugar with 1, Santos with 2, and then now don't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if for sure the Grand Champions team definitely had Gene on their mind, so they had to have in their game plan, keep an eye on Gene. Do not let him get in his comfort zone. His comfort zone is pulling the team and getting out front. And they've managed that part of the field very well, not allowing Gene to have opportunities, and which Gene's had to rotate more into the back of the game or into the center of the game anyways. And here we go, Santos Bollini. Wow, Santos, what a fantastic job he is doing for the penalty line. Santos, whatever you're doing in your practice, keep going, buddy, because the other day, yesterday, he hit a 60, very similar, same swing. And, well, I don't want to give his dad a big head, but looks very similar to his father, Juan Bollini Sr. That's exactly how in the day when he was smoking them. He still hits them like that now, but back in the day, he really used to hit them like that, but really well done there. Just a great swing, and that is a very important goal when you're down by 6. You need to score early, and they're going to get one early. So now, down by 5, 5 minutes left. Opportunity still here. Let's go, Crowder. Jason from way out. That ball, oh, man, had the distance. Sugar was in there fighting, and Gene trying to open a gap. And they'll go to the knock-in. So we're going to get a timeout here. And Sugar's going to go ahead and get attack time.
But Santos Bollini, great shooting. I'm going to have to get an interview with him. And I can see, I know Ricky Bueno, one of our producers, has been, well, a couple of producers actually, Jordan and Ricky have been out at the beautiful Satellite Polo Farm, so I'm sure he's been out there practice hitting them, or he's just feeling it right now, but he is hitting the ball very well, so we got to figure out what he's doing. We always like to get little tips from the pros. It's always good to let our fans know. It always helps out, and our players that are watching. All right, on the move, and this is what you want. Gene Goldstein going forward. Gene, good pickup here, carries it over the 60, inside the 30, in the 40, and he is keeping his goal-scoring percentages up. Gene, well done. This is what you needed. They are not done. Newport is going to finish strong here. Right around the 60, that's a nice drag, and then a super finish. Just a nice, easy shot. Beautiful mare there, taking him exactly where he wants to go. Gene, not having to rush. Just keep your head down and finish. Well done, Gene Goldstein. All right, so that puts a little pressure. Now down by 4. 3:20 left. They'll stop the clock, 3:34. So we'll adjust that. And Crowder. Jauregui coming in there quickly. Yeah, now he knows you got to keep an eye on him. Now Martin ducking and diving. Now he'll look for Grant. Grant's neutral play, but that helps. Give and go. Looking for Jason. Good read by Pablo. He'll override, though. Crowder. Ooh, man. Now Gene. Gene gets a piece of it. Pablo's going to run the turn here. Gene comes in. Pablo takes the stick. Keeps it moving forward. Nice hook by Jason. Gene with the open back shot. Nobody with a Newport jersey going forward. Controlled by Jauregui. Martin going to change the field here. Bounces off a pony, backed up. Crowder, Santos, Bollini, and whistle on the play. It will stop the clock. 2:27. Bad luck there. Kind of went off the back of Santos's pony. Number 2. Grand Champions following the right of way there. And then just bad luck. Santos trying to get out. But he at a 45-degree angle. Loose ball play. Turned around and met Santos. Tato. Bounces in the air. Controlled by Jauregui. Martin. Little short. Santos. Looking for Sugar. Stolen away by Jauregui. Martin will work it over to the boards. Now, anything on the sideline over there will help. No need to rush. Keep the pressure on them. Crowder, they don't want to foul here. Newport could try to, if the Grand Champions team keep it clean. Gene now trying to get out in front of Grant. Nice back shot. Kind of going back and forth here. Neutral polo, which is working in favor of the Grand Champions team at the moment. And now controlled again by Ganzi. Grant will find open space here. And now Jauregui, he's going to drive one, and that ball's going to go off the field. But as we say, the clock goes tick, tick, tick. Miles might have an opportunity. He does. Miles, Rich, round and round. Keep going there, Miles. Still has control. Oh, pulled the trigger a little bit early there, but off to the side. But again, finishing the play, perfect. And taking another 6 to 8 seconds off the clock. Crowder. He'll have an opportunity to find Santos, but it looks like with the 4-goal lead here, the Grand Champions team is going to be able to hold on. They'll play this final 30 seconds out as Santos will have a breakaway opportunity, and he'll pick up another one. And well-deserved. Santos with 4 goals on the day. Good shooting. Nice approach shot there. Santos, as I said, he had 3 from the field, 1 from the penalty line. And that will go ahead as they're going to score 3 unanswered goals at the end here. But when you have a big enough lead, then you can kind of edge them out. And well, you got to give it up to the Grand Champions team. Played very well today. I mean, the Newport team, they kind of kept an eye on their strengths, and one of them was trying to keep Gene, under control, and still Gene got his goals, so still played well there. They mixed it up well, the Newport team. Everybody getting goals, at least one, so good job there. But just a great job by Grand Champions, Miles Rich, Greg Ganzi, Martina Jauregui, and Pablo Dorignac mixing it up very well. Miles actually showing a different part of his game. He didn't score any goals today, but he was playing a lot of defense, filling the gaps. We had 4 goals by Grant, or 3 goals by Grant, 3 goals by Martine, and another 4 with the penalty 1 going to Pablo. And that's how they get their 10. And then, like I said, we had 1 by Gene, 4 by Santos, and another 1 by Sugar and Jason. So we're going to go ahead and get the players ready for our trophy presentation. So we'll go ahead and go to a little break here. Good shot there of Jason Crowder and Grant Ganzi as they leave the field. 2 great games here for the 2024 fall plates. Before we go to our little break here while we're waiting, remember, I was going to say one more time, remember the beach polo, WPL Pride Polo, and, of course, the Beach Polo World Cup. And you go to MiamiPoloCup.com. And also check out, that'll be in November, right around the corner. And then remember Snow Polo in December. You can go to snowpolo.net for the Snow Polo World Championships. And so we'll go to a little break. We'll get everybody lined up and ready for our trophy presentation. And we'll be right back. Stay with us for our trophy presentation of the 2024 Fall Plates Final. All right, welcome back, everybody. And let's please put our hands together for Britt, please, for helping us with our awards today. Britt, thank you so much, Rennie, for helping us with our awards ceremonies. And do we have the best playing pony? Is the best playing pony there one? Yep. Okay, we got the best playing pony. So if we could get Grant Ganzi to come down. And please put your hands together for our best playing pony for the 2024 fall plays is Brilliant, a.k.a. Ensenada Brillatina, and just a beautiful mare. And she's a 2015 Chester mare played by Grant Ganzi, owned by the Santorita Polo Farm by Mr. Shiner, and Dolfina Quattaterra 04 clone. So, unbelievable breeding here, and congratulations to Grant Ganzi and the Santa Rita. And, of course, Rocky, my brother. Congratulations, Rocky. And once again, always a pleasure they do there. Once again, always those best playing ponies are so important. All right, well, I want to put your hands together for Britt. Thank you again so much for Britt Burtz for helping us out with our awards. Okay, and Brady, of course, such a big part of what we do in Aspen Valley here at the Grand Canyon Polo Club, and I'm proud to say is a polo player also. Goes our polo school, and she's going to be playing in those big games soon. Britt, I can't wait to see you out there. Let's go with the runners-up, though. Our runners-up today are going to be the Newport team. Please put your hands together for Gene Goldstein. Come on, Gene. As it's one of those days, Gene, they're worried about you now, Gene. You scored too many goals the last couple games, but you still scored your goals, Gene. Awesome job. Playing number 2, Santos Bollini. What a day he had. 4 goals on the day, Santos. And Santos, you're hitting your penalties. Like I said, like your daddy used to hit them. He used to hit them, and you're hitting them amazing. Playing in number 3, of course, Sugar Erskine. Always playing so strong, Sugar. And, of course, number 4, always on the scene, playing great polo, Jason Crowder. That's our Newport team. And they live to fight another day. Newport, always such a strong team. Congratulations to the Newport team. We have our winners. And our winners today, of course, for the 2024 fall plays goes the Grand Champions. Put your hands together for Miles Rich. Come on, Miles. Get up here, Miles. And another big win for Miles, as he has been playing awesome. Miles, your game is going up at all levels, man. You're doing such a great job. No goals today, but the plays you made in between were awesome. Playing the number 2 with 3 goals on the day, Grant Ganzi. Come on, Double G. Always playing so well also. And what a mare. Brilliant. She's just unbelievable. Ensenada Brillantina, man. Unbelievable. Beautiful mare. Congratulations there. Playing number 3, I love watching him play. Such a great captain. 3 goals on the day. Martin Jauregui. Come on, Martin. Great job. And another great job today. Playing the number 4 position, but scoring a lot of goals running through. Pablo Dorignac, great job today, Pablo. 3 from the field with a penalty 1, but great job with the number 4 in your back. A very strong team. Let's go to our most valuable player. We have a couple awards here. So our most valuable player for the 2024 fall plates goes to number 3, Martin Jauregui. Come on, Martin, get up here. Awesome job, buddy. Fabulous job captaining your team. Great shot there with Britt. And also now our most improved, and you know what? Number 1 for Grand Champions. Come on, Miles. Get back up here, most improved, because you are getting better and better every game, Miles. It's amazing just see what you're learning, how your game is getting stronger every time you hit the field. Congratulations. And again, please put your hands together for Britt. I would like to ask the Newport team to step down. And Britt, you can stay up there, Brittany. Please stay up there, Britt. And we'll get a shot with you in the middle of the Grand Champions team. Put Britt in the middle, guys, and then we'll have one with just the team. Thank you, Kale, of course, our polo manager. And I want to thank everyone else down there working, of course. Yeah, put Britt in the middle, everybody. There you guys. Get the trophy there. Get a good shot. There we go. Our team, put your hand there. There we go. There's a good photo op. 1, 2, 3, 4. The winners of the 24 Fall Plates Grand Champions. And if we can get one now, Britt, if you'll step down and we get one with the team. Thank you, Brittany. One more time, put your hands together for Britt Birds. Brittany, thank you so much. Someone can help Brittany down there. There you go. Wait for Brittany. There you go. One more time. We'll put our hands together for the winners of the 2024 Fall Plates Grand Champions Polo Club. Well done, Miles, Grant, Martine, and Pablo. Awesome job, everybody. And once again, an amazing weekend here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And remember, we are preparing for all of the beach polos. So once again, remember, MiamiPoloCup.com. Get your tickets. And I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.